Hello everybody, welcome. Welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. That crazy one is Freya. I'm Jason, bringing you today's video. Oh boy, she's got her toy. And you might hear some squeaking. And like I said, we're bringing you today's video. As always guys, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We're just a small little family channel. Me, this fuzzy little crazy lunatic, the wife, and we love to talk about books. Love to talk about books. We love to read books. We love to bring you guys books. So any support you guys might want to give us would be greatly appreciated. And also, at some point soon, I'm going to be creating a Discord channel for us. As soon as I figure it out, get it all set up, all that, I'll put a link down below. It could take me a little while. So today I want to talk about an author and a series that we've talked about in the past. So as always, as usual, I'll skip my 4 usual categories and just talk about the book. So it might be a little bit shorter because it's a shorter book as well. So I want to talk about Stuart Grosse, and obviously most of his books are not for everybody. They can get pretty, let's just say, edgy. And his book, The LIch is a Returnee, book 8. These are more like mini books. They're almost like serials. They're super short, which a lot of his book, most of his books are. I have to really look into it. I'm guessing he probably has web serials or something he does, and he just posts them because they're all really short. They're all super short, which is cool because they come up a little more often. Now this one, The LIch is a Returnee, is a great series because unlike some of his other series, it does not qualify under harem lit. It does not have any of the edgy stuff that is in some of his books, such as the non-consensual stuff that occurs and the mind control things and stuff like that. Most of his books, the characters are bad guys, if not straight up evil, although there has been some evolution of them. This one is more of a lit RPG slash isekai type of book. Not really lit RPG, an isekai, a reverse isekai almost, type of book. It's just a fantasy series that's really good. His writing has gotten so much better. I mean, of all of his series, this is the one that I recommend the most. It is so good almost from the beginning, almost from the get-go. And I've talked about it in the past, so I'm not going to cover too much of the background of it, if at all. Just going to cover the book itself. So in this one, the Lich Queen has managed to move on from some of the trials and tribulations she's had. She's already smacked down the United States, or CIA. She's already smacked down the KGB, and to the point where even her home country of Japan has basically almost made her a government of its own. They basically kind of classified her as a head of state in exile almost, even though she does have her entire army held in another pocket dimension. But that's given her a lot more freedom to do what she needs to do. Although mostly she just wants to live her life. She just wants to live her life and build her, now that she's back home, back on Earth, and build her little businesses and just be kind of left alone. Even though she's basically immortal, so she needs to deal with that as well and not distance herself from humanity. Now, she also managed to finally meet another immortal and another power. She actually managed to meet a dragon, someone else from another world, not the world that she had been sent to before returning home, but another world regardless, and a dragon, and a being that is at least comparable, close to power level of herself, so which she finds interesting, and she's managed to ally with him. And along with that, she realized that a lot of the discussion about how magic had been gone from Earth and was just now returning has gotten her kind of curious, and she could tell that magic had been sealed away, and she's curious. She's very curious about that. And that's what this book revolves around. This book revolves around her beginning to explore why was magic locked away? Why was magic sealed away on Earth? How long ago was it done? Why was it done? Who was it done by? And can she reverse it, and should she? In order to figure that out, first she has to find these seals, or at least the first of them, because she knows there's likely going to be 9 of them. There's likely going to be 8 for each of the types of mana, and then 1 for the pure mana, or prime mana, the prime well, whatever you want to call it. So she has to find them. And she has a pretty good idea of where one of them probably is, backward near where she was initially transported to another world and returned. But she thinks she can figure out where more of them are, and if she can find 1 from there, she'll be able to find more. So she finds 1. She of course finds 1, and it's in a nearby country. So she meets with that particular government, and gets permission to explore. Oddly enough, the actual head of state, the actual emperor, shows up, which definitely surprises her, and is part of the exploration in a way. And this book pretty much just covers that seal and the why. Working with this particular seal, exploring, it almost pulls a Indiana Jones on it, which once you guys read it, you guys will find that particular reference funny. But it kind of pulls an Indiana Jones on it. It actually has to explore, go through traps, figure out puzzles, the usual Tomb Raider kind of stuff. Works your way down in there, has one heck of an epic fight that lasts for days, ends up transferring a certain amount of power to some people, but they also learn more about what is going on with these seals and what this great threat is. The reason that the seals were originally created, the reason that magic was originally locked away from the world, and kind of how it was done, but mostly why. And the why is pretty eye-opening because basically it's a pretty great power. It's a pretty great power that was functionally evil. And of course, with this original crack of the seals that occurred when the Lich Queen was transported to another world, where she eventually gained all the power that she has, when that occurred, it cracked one of the seals, and it's basically irreversible. So she finds herself with a couple of different choices, because no matter what, these seals are going to fail. They're going to fail in a fairly short amount of time. Now, if she just lets them fail the way they are leading towards failing, the world as we know it is gone. The world is just gone. It's just humanity is gone. They're all going to die. Period. She could also basically explosively break the seals herself. That would lead to a few billion deaths, because they're basically going to be like magical nuclear weapons going off. So she has a bunch of different ways that she can do it. So she learns a little bit more and starts figuring out how she wants to do it. But now she needs to find the rest of them. So again, this book kind of deals with the what, the how, and the why. And it's pretty interesting, and definitely is leading up to some pretty cool stuff that's going to occur in the next book. So guys, after you guys hit the like and subscribe buttons, you guys should go check out the O.P. Lich's Returnee. I just read book 8, but if you haven't read any of it, start with book 1. Again, these are really quick, easy reads too, guys. So, and it's a lot of fun. I think this is one of Stuart Grosse's best series, if not his best. Catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye now.